After that was a teaser from FromSoftware. Very cryptic, no title in it, no one knows what it is yet. Some people say it's a new Tenchu game, some people say it's Bloodborne 2. There's no doubt it is. It's Bloodborne 2. I didn't want to get too excited for it because you never know, maybe it is a new Tenchu game. Very interesting that FromSoftware would use a Bloodborne font in their teaser. I'm sure that's not a clue. Hey everyone, so I'm freaking out now because I don't know if that was Bloodborne 2. This video is going to be like a descent into like paranoid insanity. Because I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is now! If they don't show it tonight, I'm gonna die, probably. Hey everyone, how's it going? So a few days ago the Game Awards happened and PlayStation Experience, and they showed off a lot of cool new things. One of them being, as you probably know by this point, a new FromSoftware game. And they showed just one little bit, just one shot, and it was very ambiguous, very mysterious. They did not allude to exactly what it was. So you'd think like a 10 to 15 second trailer, a teaser like that, wouldn't really make me lose my mind, wouldn't really give me that much to go on, but I've got a few things I want to discuss, and I was going to do a video talking about the whole event and, you know, like giving my thoughts on every trailer and everything, just like the Paris week thing, but my god, this one teaser, this one little 10-second bite-sized thing has made me lose my mind to the point where I'm just scrapping all of that and I'm doing a video just about this. And I don't know, I'm at that point now where I think even if it's not Bloodborne, even if it's like a new IP or a reboot or a remaster or anything at all, either way it's a new FromSoftware thing, so it's going to be good. The trailer looks very, very cool. It's like got like a really cool tone to it. So either way, I think I'll like it. I probably won't die if it's not Bloodborne, like I said before, but who knows. Anyway, without further ado, let's go into what caused my mental collapse, shall we? So at first, like I said, I was almost convinced that it was Bloodborne, and I do have quite a few reasons as to why I did think that. You heard me talk real quick about the font. It's a bit of a stretch, it's just a font, I know, but at the very end of the trailer it says, "Shadows die twice," and it is the same font as Bloodborne, specifically the Old Hunters logo, and I don't know, I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, it's not much as far as evidence goes, but in a teaser trailer, everything counts. Nothing is accidental, especially if you don't show the logo of the game. Especially if you're not going to tell people what the game is called. Everything can be a clue. I don't know, it's a bit stupid. I would never usually be that guy to say, the font, what does the font mean? But, I don't know. It's a weird choice. It's a conscious decision. It has to be. No way it's accidental. Bloodborne font, 1 point in Bloodborne's favour, yo. And on top of that, there's a very definite horror vibe to it. You can see a bone in the teaser, like some kind of weird mechanism made out of bone. There's blood. If anything, blood is the main component of the teaser. Blood is right there. It's drenched in it, and it looks very scary, like very like kind of tense and like dread. I don't want to use the word dreadful, but it's full of dread. I guess. The English language is very weird. The point is, it's got Bloodborne's tone. It feels very Bloodborne as far as tone goes. There's a lot in the trailer that kind of points to other things, but it feels right in that kind of tone, you know? I don't know. Those two things made me feel at the time, it's got to be Bloodborne. There are a few things about it that aren't Bloodborne-esque, but they've got to be misdirections, because it looks so Bloodborne-y, you know? I don't know. But the big question of the teaser is what exactly we're even looking at. People have said it could be a torture device, which is a very good theory. It definitely does look like some kind of torture device. People have said it could be a trick weapon, like from Bloodborne, which it also could very well be. People have said it could be a prosthetic leg, you know, like kind of like being like turned into position, which would also be very in line with Bloodborne because the it looks like there's a bone on it. It looks like a femur, which is something in Bloodborne. Apparently a lot of people chopped off their right leg to stop disease from spreading. Gehrman, the Lost Hunter, or whatever his name is in Bloodborne, has a prosthetic right leg, because that's the thing in Bloodborne. People chop off their leg. This looks like a right leg bone here. I wasn't the one that realised that. I'm not a bone expert, but, you know, it's, I don't know. To be honest, I don't I don't think it's a prosthetic leg. I think it's something made from bone, repurposed into something, and the way it kind of turns and like it kind of like gets all tense, like the string like kind of pulls and it like kind of like, I don't know, I'm not good with words, but it seems very torture device-y. I don't know, something about it. It looks like it's part of a very big machine and like it's kind of like pulling someone's limbs apart, like that one of those like kind of stretcher things. It looks like something from that, repurposed out of like old bone. You know, that's kind of what it looks like. It's kind of Bloodborne-esque, also kind of not, I don't know, maybe it is. It's not out of the question for things in Bloodborne to be made out of bone. There is a weapon in Bloodborne called, what's it called? It's called the Shaman Bone Blade, and shamanism is of Asian descent, which is weird because this trailer looks kind of Asian. Connection? Or a bit of a stretch? You be the judge. Which kind of brings me on to why this might not be Bloodborne. It looks very Asian. And that doesn't mean it can't be Bloodborne. It could be a very different style for Bloodborne, but Bloodborne is so very deeply inspired by Lovecraftian themes and like European Gothic Victorian stuff, and it would be very weird to kind of transport that style into like feudal Japan or something, you know? So I'm not sure. A lot of people have theorized that it could be Tenchu, which would make a lot of sense. It could also be Shadow Tower. It could also be Kuon. It could also be a new IP. It could be bloody anything. There are so many clues in this trailer that not only lead to Bloodborne, but lead to Shadow Tower. Like it has Shadow in the text at the end. Shadow, maybe Shadow Tower. Who knows? It could also be Tenchu, because apparently a character in Tenchu 3 says shadows die twice. That is a direct quote from the game. I've seen a lot of people say that, but none of them have actually shown evidence for that. I've not seen anyone provide that part of the game as evidence. I don't know. I've seen some people say, I can't find it, I looked it up in the game, I can't find it. I don't remember anyone in Tenchu saying that, so who knows. So I don't know if that's true, or if that's just a false rumour that kind of got a bit carried away with itself. I don't know. Maybe a guy in Tenchu says that. I don't know. I keep knocking the clipboard and making it rattle. I don't know, with that in mind, if it's true that a character in Tenchu says shadows die twice, then yeah, that's a pretty big point in Tenchu's favour. It could very well be Tenchu. I don't really know what Tenchu is. I'm not sure if that would lend itself to the Soulsborne kind of style, or if it'd be a completely different kind of game. I have no idea. But as far as I know, Miyazaki wasn't part of FromSoftware, or at least not in the same capacity that he is now when the Tenchu games are being made. And this trailer is so like rich with that Miyazaki style. I'm not sure he would want to remake or like reboot a franchise in his style. I don't know, does that make sense? I'm not into, I don't know. There's so many like, there's this, but also this, but then again this, but this. I like every single thought process I have like a bloody, so many mental gymnastics like kind of counteracting myself. I just don't know. At one point I thought, like, you know, you can see a lot of calligraphy in the background. Is that kanji? Is it Carol runes from Bloodborne? Apparently it is kanji. Apparently there's like one piece that someone has read as the word tiger. I don't know, maybe, so I guess it is kanji. I guess it isn't Carol runes. I don't know, maybe not. But even still, maybe it is Carol runes, and the person who read the text as tiger is wrong. I just want it to be Bloodborne, alright? God! The music as well is very Asian. I don't remember the name of the instruments that I used, but is it like a timpani drum is used? That might be completely wrong, but they're all, you can definitely hear like drums and like string instruments in the background that do sound very Asian. Is it bad that I'm just saying Asian? Is there a better word for it? Probably. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Apparently some of the music used in the background, despite it being very short, is very reminiscent of Kuon. Is it Kuon or is it Tenchu? There's too many franchises. I don't know. I'm getting mixed up. But it is likely, based off of the instruments in the background, that it could be another Kuon game. So we could be on the dawn, or we could be on the epoch of, weird wording, of a From Software survival horror game, which is kind of what Bloodborne is, in a sense, but an all-out, like, stealthy survival horror From Software game. I could go for that. There's also, if you can see in the top right, there is is it a throwing knife? That's what I've heard people say. I don't think so. I think it's a screwdriver or a chisel. and you can see like kind of shavings like on the left. I've seen some people say, I think VartyVidia has said, like this bone in this machine, has that been like kind of like stripped down, like scraped and like kind of like condensed with this chisel for this machine, which kind of gives like a workshop kind of feel, like someone's like hard at work on this machine, which makes me think, are we looking at a hunter's workshop? You know, is someone making a new trick weapon in a hunter's workshop? Which brings me back to Bloodborne. And to be honest, I kind of think they kind of want us to come, well, maybe you're not as bad as I am with this, but they kind of want people to be this, like, this, I don't know the word for it, but it seems very intentional that they're kind of pointing us in so many different directions at once, because it's so vague, and they haven't given us a logo, which, I don't know, like, why would they not give us a logo? Because if it's not Bloodborne, why would they give us so little? Because surely that would make people just say, it's Bloodborne, you know? Like, why would they tease us with something that we don't know? It makes sense in my head, but as soon as I say it out loud, it doesn't. The fact is, Bloodborne 2 is what's on everyone's mind, I feel, anyway. I feel like a lot of people were thinking of Bloodborne 2 at E3 this year, and now Paris Games Week, and now at PSX. Bloodborne 2 is what everyone is kind of like waiting for, I think. And FromSoftware did say that they are making a new game that aligns with everyone's expectations, and it's very much in that same kind of style that people expect from them, and it is a dark fantasy. So that kind of says, Bloodborne 2, what else could that be? And also, they are working on 3 games at the minute, apparently, so this could be not Bloodborne, but it, you know, also one of 3 games. Bloodborne 2 could also be made by like a B team, maybe. This is the game Miyazaki's working on. I don't know. There's too much to consider from such a short, stupid, bloody teaser. But regardless, I've not been able to sleep since I saw it. I don't know, I just think showing us so little, showing us such a short teaser, but that teaser in question is so rich with that Bloodborne style. Even if there's parts of it that aren't Bloodborne-y, to me, it seems so like, yeah, you know what this is, you know? Like, why would they kind of give us that impression if it's something new, you know? Like, we don't need to tell you what it is, you know. It's Kuon. Like, why would they do that? I don't think they would. I don't know. I really don't know. To be honest, I don't think it's Shadow Tower, just because it says Shadow in the text. I don't think that's enough of a clue, but apparently the Bloodborne font is a dead giveaway, so I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't think it's Shadow Tower. I don't know. To be honest, I am kind of leaning back towards Bloodborne. I think it could be Bloodborne. I think they know for a fact that everyone will see it and go, Bloodborne 2! Without thinking, and I don't think they'd, like, knowingly disappoint people that way, you know? I think they'd say, everyone's expecting Bloodborne, this isn't Bloodborne, we should just tell them that it's not Bloodborne, you know? But they didn't do that, so I don't know, I don't know. In conclusion, yeah, there is so much about this teaser, about this one bloody shot of a bloody gear machine turning, that is so like, yeah, it's obviously not Bloodborne, but at the same time, I look at it and it seems like it would so easily exist in that world. It seems so like kind of gory and like full of dread and kind of gothic in a sense, and scary, and that could very easily be a trick weapon, you know? The chisel, the scrapings, and the bone thing that we're looking at kind of tells me that this is something that is being worked on. Someone behind the camera, if you will, is working on this machine. And I would say that the kanji in the background doesn't necessarily mean it's set in Asia. I'm kind of seeing that as blueprints, in a way, you know? That whoever is making this machine is making an Asian contraption, an Asian like descent contraption. Doesn't necessarily mean the game's going to take place in Asia. It will have more of that kind of tone to it, I think, but I don't necessarily believe it has to. And Bloodborne has its little, it dabbles in Asian culture a little bit. It has, in the DLC, there's a character called Yamamura. You can wear his armor, he has his weapons, you know? So it wouldn't be completely out of the question for Bloodborne to expand on that. If it's Tenchu, I'll be happy with it, because either way, it's FromSoftware, it'll be good. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. What do you guys think? I am just gonna... I want to keep talking about it. I want to keep bloody giving my theories. But at this point, I've said everything that's on here. I'm just gonna repeat myself at this point. So, what do you guys think? Do you think it's Bloodborne? Do you think I'm kind of grasping at straws? I could very easily be doing that. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Comment below. Yeah. Well done, From Software. You made me scrap my thoughts of this entire conference just for your 10 seconds teaser. Well done. You grabbed my attention. But yeah, I don't know. I know this video is going to be completely obsolete in about 6 months, and it's already going to be kind of boring to a lot of people that aren't hardcore From Software fans. I don't know. But yeah, I'm done now. I've done the video I want to do. Got it off my chest. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I really hope the microphone's on. Yep, it's definitely on. Good, because I'm not doing that all over again. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye. Alright, well that ended up being way longer than I meant it to. As a reward for making it all the way to the end, somehow, don't know how you did it, but because you did, here's a preview for my next review. Wowie zowie, it's a secret. I can't believe it. I don't know when it's going to come out. Hopefully soon, because I'm a really busy guy these days. Can't make any promises, but it will happen soon. So, look forward to it. Bye. For real this time. Bye.